There's a lot of talk these days about the quantum world and about energy, but how does your energy affect your reality? I'm going to share that in this video. Hi, my name is Tiffany Toombs. I'm a high-performance mindset coach that has worked with thousands of people across the world to reprogram their mind so that they can create the reality of their choosing. Now, I understand that the quantum world can be a little bit over people's heads sometimes. In fact, had you asked me 10 years ago if I would love quantum physics, I would have laughed at you. But I've found how to use this information in a way that is simple and easy to understand. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 most common ways that your energy is impacting your reality. So the first thing to understand is the observer effect. Now, quantum physicists were studying the particles of light, attempting to understand if light was a particle, kind of like an M&M, or if it acted more like a wave. And what they found in doing these studies is this thing called the observer effect. The observer effect basically tells us that anytime we observe a particle, anytime we observe a piece of matter, whether that's a person or whether that's an animal or something in nature or this water bottle, anytime that I observe it, it will act in the way that I expect it to act. And so when they were doing these studies, if they put a measuring device here, then the waves of light would turn into particles. But if they took the measuring device away and just let light act how it normally acted, it would act like a wave. And this really confused them, but we got the observer effect out of it. So what does this even mean for your life? Well, if you are in a negative energy state, so you're expecting that it's going to be a bad day, if you're expecting yourself to have problems, then everything that happens in that day is going to be filtered through your energy of expecting a bad day. So is it that all these bad things keep happening to you, or is it that everything that happens to you, you observe as bad because that's your expectation? It's the same thing. I talk to people all the time who say, well, I can't afford it. I have no money. I'm poor, whatever it is. And their expectation of being poor stops them from either taking action to get themselves out of that financial situation, or they don't take action on opportunities that could make them money because they expect it to be a scam. There was actually a really great book written, I'm not sure when it was written, but it was called The Luck Factor by a guy named Dr. Richard Wiseman. And he studied people who perceive themselves as lucky versus unlucky. So some people had an energy of being lucky and some people had an energy of being unlucky. Now, what he found was that on average, the lucky people would win between 2 and 10 giveaways a year, but they were entering 1,000 draws or more a year. Again, those aren't great odds, but all we see is that they were winning all the time, right? And anywhere between 2 and 10. What we don't see is that they were entering like 1,000 plus. The people who perceive themselves as unlucky, they would enter 1, maybe 2 draws a year and might win 1 or none. And so our expectation, our observation of our reality determines the actions we take and ultimately the outcome that we get. So if you're in a negative energy, then what you're going to create and the actions you're going to take, your expectations are going to lead to negative results. Whereas if you are grateful or positive or you believe in something, then that is ultimately going to create the results that you're looking for. Now, before I share with you the second way that your energy affects your reality, I want to hear from you. Are you somebody who perceives themselves as lucky or unlucky? And if so, how many draws do you enter a year? Go to the comments below and let me know. Now, in our unconscious mind, we have this thing called the Reticular Activating System, or the RAS for short. Think of the RAS like the most powerful GPS in the world. Now, the RAS has 0 capacity for logic and reason. So whatever we think about or whatever we focus on the most, it goes into the reticular activating system, and the reticular activating system looks for the fastest and easiest way to make that thing happen. And so again, if you're always focused on the negative side of things, then the only thing that the reticular activating system can do is go find more of those negative things. If you're always focused on how you don't have enough of something, you don't have enough friends, you don't have enough love, you don't have enough money, then the reticular activating system says, okay, well, they want to stay without much money. They want to stay without much friends. And so it'll open up opportunities, or it'll set your blinders so that you can't see anything that's not in alignment with what you're thinking and focused on. On the other hand, if you're always thinking about things that you're grateful for, you're going to see more things to be grateful for. Is it because you're attracting those things to you, or is it because those things are just there? It's like the chicken and the egg conversation, but either way, our energy is impacting it. Before I share with you the third way that our energy impacts our reality, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. I'm putting out brand new videos like this every single week to help you master your mind and harness the power of the quantum mechanics in an easy to understand way so that you can get the life that you want. Go ahead, click that subscribe button and like this video while you're there. So everything in this world is energy. We are energy. The camera that I'm filming on is energy. Everything you see behind me, it's all energy. And so we are just in one big energy field. Now, our thoughts that we think send out a radio broadcast to that energy field to say, hey, this is what I want. It's like you're putting in an order at a restaurant. Now, the emotions that you most often feel is like the magnet that pulls that thing into you. And so if we're not focused on what we're thinking and what we're feeling on a regular basis, the energy that we create around us, then we're not actually in control of what we're bringing into our life. I often hear people say to me, I'm not good at manifesting. Like that person over there, they're great at manifesting, but I'm not. We are all manifesting all the time. Whatever you have in your life right now, the circumstances of your life, you have manifested by the thoughts and the feelings that you most often hold on to. Up until this video, that was unconscious for you. A lot of people aren't aware that they can actually control what they think and what they feel. And when they start to take ownership of those two things, then life changes dramatically. What most people think is, well, I just have this feeling, and so I have to act out this feeling. Your feelings aren't always real. In fact, your feelings are often just a representation of something from your past. Your brain is just a record of your past. And so if we keep making decisions and feeling things based on how we feel and how we think now, we're just going to get more of what we've already had. So if we want to change our reality, we need to start feeling and thinking differently, putting out a different order into the universe, magnetizing something different to us so that we can create a new reality. Now, if you want a guided meditation to help you really master the thinking and feeling aspect of this, I would love to share with you my Expand Your Power meditation. This is one of the favorite meditations that my clients love from me, and I want to share it with you absolutely free today. All you have to do to get instant access is go to meditationwithtiffany.com or click on the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.